Over time, that awareness of wrongdoing sort of builds up, and you feel compelled to talk about it. And the more you talk about it, the more you're ignored, the more you're told it's not a problem, until eventually you realize that these things need to be determined by the public, not by somebody who was simply hired by the government.
Edward Snowden did this in the summer of 2013, revealing to the public information regarding NSA's prison program. The people celebrated him while the government hunted for him. Is he a hero, or was this treason? We, as students and citizens of America, believe this was heroic, and clear rights should be implemented for whistleblowers, as exemplified by Edward Snowden's case. But who was Edward Snowden? Edward Snowden worked for the NSA through subcontractor Booz Allen in NSA's Oahu office. After 3 months, Snowden began collecting top-secret documents regarding NSA domestic surveillance practices, which he found very disturbing. So disturbing, in fact, that he leaked the documents to news outlets, many of them detailing invasive spying practices against American citizens, then fleeing to Hong Kong, eventually staying in Russia. The U.S. is charging Snowden under the Espionage Act, but many groups will call him a hero. NSA was officially established in 1952, but its lineage traces back to World War I. In its rise for ultimate power, a vital case occurred in 1973 when the Supreme Court ruled warrants are required for domestic intelligence surveillance. After an issue with Senate committee in which investigation was recommended for illegal spying, nothing new was done until 2001. Ex-NSA analyst J. Kirk Wiebe recalls, quote, "Everything changed at the NSA after the attacks on September 11. The prior approach focused on complying with the FISA, Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. The post-September 11th approach was that the NSA could circumvent federal statutes and the Constitution as long as there was some visceral connection to looking for terrorists." Unquote. Rapid re-legislation allowed the NSA to gather more and more power involving wiretapping, internet surveillance, and other domestic surveillance measures. PRISM is a mass electronic surveillance data mining program launched in 2007 by the NSA with participation from an unknown date by the British equivalent agency GCHQ. The PRISM program collects stored internet communications based on demands made to the internet companies such as Google Inc. and Apple Inc. under Section 702 of the FISA Amendment Act of 2008 to turn over any data that match court-approved search terms. The NSA can use these PRISM requests to target communications that were encrypted when they travel across the internet backbone to focus on stored data that telecommunication filtering systems discarded earlier and to get data that is easier to handle, among other things.
He leaked the information to the Guardian, and he's an interesting example of some of the challenges of knowing what sort of whistleblowing to encourage. Because in my view, he wasn't a whistleblower in the sense that his disclosures didn't show misconduct of the Obama administration, because technology has simply outstripped our laws, so that nothing that they had done had been illegal. But what he did do is alert the American people to a practice that's taking place that I think many of them are not aware of. I think many Americans.
As a group, we made a system of rights that we believe should be implemented to protect whistleblowers' rights as well as the rights of the people. They are as follows. 1. Claims will be investigated by a civilian counsel as a government probe. 2nd, whistleblowers will be given an international vow of protection once he/she declares whistleblower status. 3rd, civilian counsel, which will be randomly selected, will provide a comprehensive report to release to news nationally and internationally about the issue, and the steps that should be taken to solve the original problem. 4th, the whistleblower will be provided protection if he/she desires for the following 5 years. And 5th, all information from whistleblower will be made public, including any medical, financial, and legal record they have. Contents and belongings will be known to the civilian counsel. Why, you may ask? Whistleblowers are instrumental to the principles that America is founded upon: freedom from tyranny. Without implementing a system which protects the rights of whistleblowers, we will not be able to maintain a system which encourages bravery and ingenuity in the country, as well as supporting the ideal of being able to check the government and its actions. If we have a system that permeates a sense of fear for people who have information incriminating to the United States government, then corruption will endure unhindered. If unchecked, will the people be safe from their own government? Whistleblowers, as worrisome as they are, have a place in the structure of America's system and deserve to be treated in a way that can protect both the government, whistleblower, and the people. Edward Snowden revealed to the people about NSA's extensive spying into American citizens' digital lives. Left unchecked, this extreme prying would be normal, and what would be the next new covert? Edward Snowden made the public aware of travesties perpetuated by the government, which did not seem unconstitutional nor illegal. People like him should not be threatened by a government. Instead, their claims should be carefully considered and analyzed in order to create a better government. Remember back in 1977 when the government protected people against the army when they exposed what they did? Me too. Largely, the trend is that when a government agency is attacking anything other than the Justice Department, military, security agency, or foreign affairs offices, it's completely A-OK for the whistleblowers to act, and in many cases sue. Many probably think that since the agencies listed are seen as vital to the protection of country, exposing them tears down the walls of security in the country. As citizens of America and teens who use technology extensively, we would like to know what the government is keeping track of and holding records on. We would like to protect our rights and have those who inform us of the tentacles of the government overreaching and encroaching on the internet be protected as well. Their rights should be protected so that our rights are protected. When whistleblowers expose government corruption, their future protection of our rights is heroism. Whistleblowers' rights should be defined for their protection and ours. This isn't just a government corruption issue, this is a human rights issue. And as a leader of the free world, America needs to ensure that they are not hypocrites.